Hey guys, so this week I'm going to be reading 100 pages a day. Today is Tuesday, so this challenge is going to end next Tuesday, but basically this morning at like 2:30 a.m. I started a book. Ever since I got into reading, this has been like the series that in my mind I was like, this series is going to be my series, and that is the Boys of Tommen series. So I'm reading Binding 13 right now. I'm 80 pages in. Okay, so I'm almost completed with the challenge for today, which is kind of awkward because I started it at like 12:30 and I went to bed at like 3:30, but I stopped reading at like 3. But like, I'm a very slow reader, and also low-key the last hour was rough for me because I was trying to finish a chapter, but I was like falling asleep. But I did finish the chapter. I absolutely love it so far. The only thing is I kind of wish I was starting this in September, but it's too late to turn back now because now I'm invested. I was literally invested from like the first page because I just like have always known. If you ever watch like the convincing you to read a book based on the aesthetic, like this is my like I spent the early morning reading again, so I've already read my 100 pages for the day. I'm on page 345. Yeah, but anyway, I'm reading while waiting to take a shower. I'm gonna shower, dinner, then read again. That's the plan. So I'll update you on the book a little later. Okay, I feel like you have the right to hear me chat about at least a little something going on in this book right now. So basically, Binding 13 is about these high schoolers. Basically, it's set in Ireland, so they're at Tommen College. Like, they call it like the glorified rugby school because everyone there is obsessed with rugby, and the Boys of Tommen are like rugby players. Like, this is my little Johnny. This is Johnny's like jersey number or whatever. The girl is in her 3rd year and he's in his 5th year, so she's like 16 and he's 18 basically. I mean, like, not at the start of the book, but they like their birthdays are happening and everything. I don't even know what to say. Genuinely, this is one of my favorite things I've ever read in my entire life. I love it so much. I love the characters so much. It is very, very sad because the girl's life is pretty sad. So it's Shannon and Johnny are the main characters, and they have a lot of very fun and not so fun side characters to the story. I'm so attached to these characters, it's not even funny. Like, Johnny is like, now Johnny is genuinely in the air that I breathe. Like, I feel him like because I have spent very little time not reading this book since I started. Yesterday morning I started this at 12:30 a.m. and I'm already 365 pages in, and I freaking went to work. I had a full shift. That's the longest I've been apart from this book. I'm so attached to the characters. Literally, like, Shannon and Johnny are my little babies, and specifically Johnny because I'm genuinely crazy. I love Shannon too, but like genuinely I'm just crazy and I freaking love Johnny. I have too many things to say about him, but I literally want everyone who reads these books to go in blind because I just feel like the story is good and that's all you need to know. Like, the story is good. Read it, then get back to me. It's sad, but it's like so cute and I like love it. I love it so much, but I don't freaking know what's gonna happen because this book is like 600 pages. I'm barely over halfway. And I have a whole nother book, so I don't even... Anyway, I'm gonna read because I really, really want to, and Johnny showed up and I just stopped. Hey guys, we're chilling in my pantry because everyone in my house is basically asleep. So somehow my brain decided it was going to devour this book, and I'm kind of like I'm kind of going crazy, I won't lie. I don't know if I've ever read anything this good in my life, and I don't think that's crazy to say. I quite literally don't think I've read anything this fast in my life, and also in such a short period of time. I'm on page 545 right now. I finished the book in perfect timing. Hold on, we're going back in the pantry. I finished the book in perfect timing because it's now 12 a.m. and I read over 400 pages today. I'm gonna put the exact number on the screen because I actually don't know right now. I don't have work today, so we have another day of wonderful reading time. I feel like I have to let you guys know that I don't read like this. Like, genuinely, reading like 489 pages in a day, I don't do stuff like that, like, ever. I do on, okay, so I took kind of like a break from reading, but during that break I was still reading because I was hanging out with my friend AO3, okay? And AO3, kind of, there's no page numbers, but there is massive word counts. And I will say I have gone that hard reading on AO3. And I would kind of like this to be the norm of my reading habits. I think it will be, because this is kind of my new thing on this channel, is I'm going to be reading a lot on this channel now. So this series so far has been like incredible for me. Like, I love it so much. I've been wanting to read this series since 2021 when I first was getting into like books again, after, because as a kid I was like pretty into books, but like not like a crazy amount like a lot of kids, but I dabbled, okay? And then I got really into books in 2021 on TikTok, and Finding 13 was one of those books that I was like, oh, I really want to read it. I'm really glad I didn't, because I feel like it has to come at a certain time in your life. The only thing I would have probably changed about the timing is I would have wanted it to be this year, but probably I would have rather it be in September because I'm reading it in July. I started it in the end of June, but like, it's very like school vibes, so I feel like I would have read it in September given the chance. So a lot of people don't read this book because of the trigger warning, so I have to mention that for a second. It's not just Keeping 13, it's like the series, but there are, I feel like it's not crazy to tell you this, it's not really a spoiler, but there are like abusive trigger warnings. There's violence in these books, and you should probably pay attention to that before deciding to read it. If you're triggered easily, I personally don't read trigger warnings because thankfully I have never had experiences that would probably cause me to be triggered in a crazy way, but like a lot of people, even if they don't have any memories that could be triggered, a lot of people still think it's too heavy for them, and that's okay, but just like make that decision yourself. Pay attention, there are trigger warnings for these books. In 2021, I found out that these books have the song She Will Be Loved in it by Maroon 5, and I was like, immediately I decided like that's my series because I love that song so much that I was like, if that's like a thing, like I'm gonna like that. And like it's a very okay, these books are very funny. Like there's so many sad, scary moments in these books, but these books are like actually really funny. A lot of times it's in Johnny's perspective when it's funny because he's a bit more lighthearted, understandably, based on the household situations that they have going on. But also like Gibbsy and stuff, like Johnny's best friend, the main guy's best friend. Hey guys, I just watched Toy Story 3. It's safe to say I cried. I haven't done as much reading today as I would have liked, but I've read up to page 278. Okay. I want to get through what I have to say without crying. Johnny is like the best book character I've ever read. He's so funny and sweet. Anyway, this has been one of my weirdest book vlogs to date because I'm forgetting to film, but I'm literally so enthralled with this series that I don't even like find the time to prop up the camera for you to watch me read for a couple of seconds. We're just all in. Here's the thing. I know I shouldn't do this because it's like you're gonna find stuff you don't want to know, but I was on TikTok looking up the like book series like the Boys of Tommen series because I'm like freaking obsessed and I don't know what I'm gonna do when I finish it. And so I was looking it up and people were saying that the first two books with Johnny and Shannon are like the like chill books, and then Joey's are like the saddest freaking thing. So I'm like, I have to freaking go to like Saving Six or something after this. Is it Saving Six and Redeeming Six or something? I don't know. I'm going to my books. Yeah, Saving Six and Redeeming Six, which are, by the way, massive, bigger than the Binding 13 series, or first the like duology of books or whatever. And then freaking Taming Seven is like the shortest book out of all of them, I think. Like, I literally don't even know what to do because I'm like mourning the loss of like a series that I just started. It's like, live in the moment, girl. This is supposed to be the most hype time of your life. Okay, it's time to read. guys, I just finished keeping 13 and I'm starting saving 6 now. I just ran up the stairs too. I've already kind of looked up the characters who each books are about in like the reading order of like the chronological timeline of every book. Oh my gosh. I don't think it's a spoiler to say I'm going back in time for this book, but like literally I'm going back into like, cause okay, keeping 13 is kind of like the ending of Johnny and Shannon's story a little bit. I mean, I think I'm hoping that the last book in the Boys of Tommen series is like them two again, like just a little last book, because I would like it to end with them because they're like my babies. But now I'm going on to Joey and Aoife, so that's Shannon's brother and his girlfriend, but it goes back in time to like when they first met, which is before the first Binding 13 book. So I have to endure a lot of pain, and I'm not excited, but I was excited when I saw the ending of the last book, let me tell you. So I'm gonna be excited during Redeeming 6 if it's like less sad. I hear like jazz music. Anyway, I'm gonna start saving 6 now because why wait? Also, I haven't read my 100 pages yet today because I started, but the book only goes to a certain point. There's only so many pages in the book, so I have to continue reading anyway if I want to finish the challenge for today, which I haven't really been talking, but the challenge has been finished every single day because I'm an absolute diva and I'm an absolute queen and I'm just good at everything really. But anyway, I'm gonna start reading this now. Yeah, okay. Hey guys, I realized I never filmed an outro for this video, so that's what I'm here to do right now, because I want to tell you exactly how many pages I read. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I actually finished a reading challenge, so this is pretty incredible for me, so. Okay, since I'm filming with my phone, I literally wrote the page numbers on the back of an Obsession movie ticket. So Tuesday, I read 144 pages. Wednesday, I read 489 pages. Thursday, I read 132 pages. Friday, I read 182 pages. Saturday, I read 105 pages. Sunday, I read 141 pages. And then the last day of the challenge was Monday, and I read 225 pages. Since then, I have read more, because today is actually Friday. So I've probably read 100 pages a day every day since, actually, because freaking Binding 13 is a cheat code for this challenge, actually. So that's gonna be the end of this video. I'm just warning you, next week I'm going to have a little sit down video because I'm going to be on vacation, but after that you're going to get some vacation content if you come onto my channel. So keep up with the next couple weeks because the vacation content is coming. I'm going to Rhode Island and we're gonna have some fun together. Okay, we're gonna have some fun. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Consider subscribing, please, and like this video, comment, you know, whatever, I won't mind. Anyway, yeah, okay, bye.